Hello, my name is Io, and today we'll be talking about tessellations. First, what does it actually mean to tessellate? So, what it means is having shapes going together without any type of gaps, spaces, or overlaps. This right here is an example of that. This person is tessellating arrows, and as you can see, they're right next to each other, so that means there's no gaps and spaces. They're not just out like scattered. They're all put together neatly. There's nothing on top of each other. And yeah, this is an example of a good tessellation. Natural tessellations. Natural tessellations range from things that we eat, like pineapples, and things that we don't eat, like honeycomb. Now, a honeycomb tessellates hexagons. So a hexagon has six sides. So let's one, two, three, four, five, six. Yes, this is a hexagon. They may be a little hard to see, but as you can see, there's no gaps, no spaces, no overlaps. The only gaps are in the middle, but that doesn't count. They're supposed to be there. This pineapple has pentagons tessellated all over it. Well, it has really, really messed up pentagons tessellated all over it. And a pentagon has five sides, so one, two, oops, one, two, three, four, five. Yes, this is a pentagon. They may be a little hard to see here just because they're so wonky and bumpy, but that there's pentagons or lots of pentagons around that pineapple. Man-made tessellations. So, seeing that there's tessellations all around nature, of course, we're gonna want to make our own. I mean, that just makes sense. So, over here, is a tessellation that someone made. It kind of looks like a ninja star almost. But at first, it would look like, to me, it looked like it had gaps. But that's just because it's colored in a way that gives it that effect. So, no, this does not have gaps, it does not have spaces. It is a right type of tessellation. Over here is the hexagon I guess building because it is made up of all these distorted hexagons to make this actually it kind of looks like a tunnel, but I don't know, to make this complex. Translation tessellations. So there are lots of different types of tessellations. And in this video that I made, I'll show you how I made my own translation tessellation, and it will show you the finished product too. So that was the translation tessellation video. Uh, okay. And now I'll show you a video of me doing a few problems from the from a stack on Khan Academy, and this has to do with the translation tessellation that I just showed you. So let's get started. So that was the Khan Academy stack for the translation tessellation. Next is the rotation tessellation. Now, I'm not going to show you how I made this, but this is the rotation tessellation that I made. I honestly have no idea what it is, but if you want to, you can look up how to make a shape to tessellate. But basically how it works is you make the shape and then you're basically rotating, let's say around 1 point. So let's say I start with the middle, and then you start at this point and one goes like to the side right here, or pointing down right here, one goes to the side, one goes up, so it kind of goes in a circle, like up, right? It kind of goes in a circle around that point, and then it does the same kind of over here, and the same over here, and the same over here. So basically, you're just rotating one of um, your shape to fit in the one you traced, but in the end, it will look like it's going in kind of a spiral, circly thing. And like the last one, here is the Rotation Khan Academy video. On to the next thing, which is reflection tessellation. So This I did this on paper just like I did the other one. Um, and I'm not gonna show you how I made this, but basically you start out with a uh quadrilateral, and you cut some wiggles. You tape them on the right sides and everything. You can look that up, but you're basically just like flipping it over a bunch of times to make it fit together without any gaps. And some other videos won't tell you this, so I will. When you're making this tessellation, label one side of the tile that you're tessellating from A and the other side B, or one side 1 and the other side 2, because you're going to need to flip it, and you want to know what which side you just traced, so it won't become more complicated. And like always, here is the Khan Academy stack dealing with reflections. And now that we're done with that, let's move on. So